The 2018 reorganization meeting of the Atlantic County Board of Children's Freeholder is called to order. In compliance with the Open Public Meeting Act of the State of New Jersey, adequate notice of this meeting of the Atlantic County Board of Children's Freeholders was provided in the following manner. Published in the Press of Atlantic City and mailed to the Current, the Daily Journal, the Hamilton Gazette, and the Hamilton News, and has been posted on the bulletin boards in the county office building in Atlantic City, the Stillwater building in Northfield, and the county clerk's office in Mays Landing. Reverend Al Syverson, Associate Pastor of Beacon Evangelical.
You just call it Beacon Church.
Okay, I'll get it out. Free Church of Galloway will come forward and give the invitation.
Thanks very much. I really wasn't going to be here. I was planning on traveling to the Giants' first playoff game, but my plans changed a little bit. Let me just pull up in prayer. God in heaven, I thank you for this group of people that are gathered here today. I pray for those that are going to be taking the oath this morning. I thank you for your call on their lives to serve in this way, to volunteer, and to be involved with our county government. I just pray for each one. I pray for those that are gathered here. And I just pray, God, you bless this meeting, and may your will be done. I pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Thank you.
Please rise for the flag salute. Attention, salute. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Certificates of elections of the County Board of Canvasser certifying the elections of Ashley R. Bennett, Karen L. Fitzpatrick, and John W. Risley. Freeholder John Risley will come forward, and Senator-elect Chris Brown will administer the oath.
You know, it's an honor for me to be able to participate in John's big day. He's literally spent a lifetime serving our community. And I can tell you, the first time they ran for office, I was in 7th grade. So that gives you an idea of his dedication, and his longevity is a tribute to his love of community and his dedication to our families. And so it's an honor for me to be part of this ceremony today. John, if you would, put your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand.
Thank you. Before I do, I'd like to introduce my family. My wife, Dawn, my son, John, my son, Harold, and unfortunately, my daughter, Ashley, could not make it today. Senator, thank you very much for doing this. I appreciate you being here.
Of course. I, John W. Risley,
I, John W. Risley,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New
of the
Jersey,
State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments
and to the governments
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I do further solemnly swear.
I do further solemnly swear
This is a long one. That I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office
of the office
of Freeholder
of Freeholder
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Freeholder-elect Ashley R. Bennett will come forward, with Senator Colin Bell who will administer the oath.
Before I administer the oath to Ashley, I just want to say, when you have the opportunity to campaign with someone, you get to know them pretty quickly, pretty well. Going between the houses and hanging out at the campaign headquarters. And one thing that I noticed about Ashley during the campaign this year is she was in it for all the right reasons. There's never talk about personal glorification or doing it because of herself. She got involved for the right reasons. She saw something that she didn't like, and rather than complain about it, she put her name out there and ran, and she won. And I think she's going to bust that attitude, be a great public servant, a great addition to the Freeholder board, and I'm honored that you guys can come here today to administer the oath.
Thank you, Senator Bell. It means a lot to me to have you here. So.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Stand the Bible, raise your right hand. I, Ashley Bennett,
I, Ashley Bennett,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith,
and allegiance to the same,
allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
so help me God.
so help me God.
I do further solemnly swear
I do further solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of Freeholder
of the office of Freeholder
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Freeholder-elect Karen L. Fitzpatrick will come forward, and the Honorable Patricia M. Wild will administer the oath.
Karen, do you want to introduce yourself? Sure. This is my husband, Brian Fitzpatrick, my son, Brian Fitzpatrick, and my granddaughter, Cassidy Fitzpatrick. Thank you.
I'm pleased to be here. As a judge, I'm not supposed to say a lot, but I just want to say that Karen and I worked together, how many years ago now? At the Sands. At the long forgotten Sands. But I have to say that even in those days, I thought she was one of the smartest people in the building. So I think she's going to be a great addition to the Freeholder board. All right, Karen, repeat after me. I, Karen L. Fitzpatrick,
I, Karen L. Fitzpatrick,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people.
so help me God.
So help me God.
I do further solemnly swear
I do further solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of the office of Freeholder
perform all the duties of the office of Freeholder
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. The roll call for the 2018 Board of Chosen Freeholders. Bennett. Martino.
Here.
Corsi. Jays.
Here.
Fitzpatrick.
Here.
Formica.
Here.
Gatta.
Here.
Kern.
Here.
And Wisley. And Wisley.
Here.
Resolution number 1, nomination of chairman to the 2018 Atlantic County Board of Chosen Freeholders.
Madam Clerk, I would like to nominate Frank Formica to sit as our chairman of the Freeholder Board. Freeholder Formica is a strong and fair leader, was a valuable and willing mentor to me in my first year on the Freeholder Board, and I'm confident he will serve our new board makeup just as well.
Second.
I'll second that, Madam Chair.
Any other nominations? Hearing nor seeing any, we'll close the nominations for chairman. Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Recuse.
Corsi,
Yes.
Days,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Formica,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
and Risley.
Yes.
Freeholder Chairman Formica, would you please join us at the dais?
Thank you for the vote of confidence. I will work as hard as I possibly can in this, I think, pretty important year of change for the positive in Atlantic County. Okay, we will now take nominations for Vice Chairperson 2018 Atlantic County Board of Chosen Freeholders.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I nominate Maureen Kern, Vice Chair, Board of Freeholders. One of the reasons I am going to nominate her, I thought that she had become a workhorse from the time she got here, and that she has shown that she is in it for the right reason, and I am honored to place her name in nomination for Vice Chair.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Mr. Chair, I'd be happy to second Freeholder Kern in the position of Vice Chair, which I believe will be the first female Vice Chair ever in history.
That's correct. And that's a long time. Danny, when were the freeholders first brought about?
Right after I was born.
1837. Any other nominations for Vice Chairperson of the Freeholder Board? Seeing and hearing none, we'll close the nominations. Okay, for Maureen Kern, Vice Chairperson.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Days,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Formica.
Yes. Congratulations, Maureen. Resolution number 3.
Informing the media of the 2018 regular meetings of the Atlantic County Board of Chosen Freeholders.
Move.
Second.
Moved in second. Any public input? Freeholder comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Resolution number 4.
Appointment of Atlantic County representative to the New Jersey Association of Counties.
Move.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Public input? Freeholder discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Resolution number 5.
Appointment of Amy L. Gatto as first alternate representative to the New Jersey Association of Counties.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Public? Freeholders? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Resolution number 6.
Appointment of John W. Risley as second alternate representative to New Jersey Association of Counties.
Move. Second.
Moved and seconded. Any public interest? Freeholder comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Resolution number 7.
Appointment of freeholders to serve on various Atlantic County boards, commissions, councils for 2018.
Move.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any public interest? Freeholder comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Resolution number 8.
2018 temporary budget.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Public input. Any freeholder discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Resolution number 9.
Depositories and Cash Management Plan for the County of Atlantic 2018.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Public? Freeholders? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Resolution number 10.
Establishing petty cash funds for various departments and divisions of Atlantic County 2018.
Motion.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Public comment? Freeholders? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Resolution number 11.
Resolution calling for defeat of an assembly bill proposing internet gambling at state racetracks.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Read the resolution, please.
Whereas legalized casino gambling outside of Atlantic City was soundly defeated 4-1, the largest margin of defeat for a ballot question in state history just over a year ago by state public referendum, and state legislators, both Republican and Democrat, pledged to honor that public defeat and not expand gaming outside of Atlantic City. And whereas despite those bipartisan legislative pledges, the State Assembly recently approved a bill introduced by Assemblyman Ralph Caputo, D. Essex, to allow internet casino gambling at New Jersey racetracks, and whereas the Assembly bill currently in Assembly Committee would allow bettors online to gamble at New Jersey racetrack internet cafes by way of an internet cyber connection from authorized casino computers at casinos in Atlantic City, and whereas each racetrack internet cafe could open slot parlors with unlimited numbers of slot machines and unlimited live casino internet table games as long as the dealer was in Atlantic City and being viewed at the racetrack internet cafes on the video screens. And whereas such authorization and usage of the internet would effectively void the public referendum, ignore the will of the people, expand gaming throughout New Jersey, erase the pledges of the many legislators, violate the state constitution restricting gaming outside of Atlantic City, and turn it into the opposite result of gaming allowed throughout the state. And whereas the result would be an extreme mockery of the public defeat of the recent referendum, all for the benefit of a tiny group of commercial interests that would make millions by the expansion of gaming statewide. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Chosen Freeholders of the County of Atlantic that it condemns the Assembly bill and its overthrow of the public referendum, and calls upon the state legislative team of Atlantic County and throughout the state, Republican and Democrat alike, to oppose and defeat this ill-conceived and contemptuous bill as immediately and as permanently as possible. And be it further resolved that a certified copy of this resolution be forthwith directed to each Atlantic County state legislative team, the General Assembly, the State Senate, and the Governor-elect.
Thank you. Freeholder comments.
Chairman,
Freeholder Corsi.
I yield to my senior member first.
Freeholder Bertino.
Thank you, Freeholder Corsi. I thought this issue was decided at the public referendum, but apparently legislators in Trenton apparently don't pay any attention to the will of the people. And this is another indication, I think, and it's an odd, and we shouldn't be surprised since we've had commitments for casino gaming and monies promised to the county, that words in Trenton seem to fall on deaf ears after they leave Atlantic County. And I think it's important. I know our legislators are all in agreement that any type of resolution that provides for gaming outside of Atlantic City is going to be a detriment to all of Atlantic County. And apparently, as I said, some members in Trenton are always trying to find ways, whether they're using terminology or plays on words or whatever they want to call it, to simply do what they want to do and ignore the will of the people. So I hope, and I know everybody in Atlantic County that has followed this issue for as many years as we had, recognize the threat that it is. Don't believe that this is going to be something that goes away. It's something we've been told, irregardless of how the voters passed, someone in Trenton's finding devious ways to circumvent the law. And this is another opportunity for Atlantic County to clearly stand up and say what we've all said at the state level, that they don't want any gambling outside of Atlantic City that Atlantic City doesn't control. So I think it's important for us to stay unified on it, stay focused with our legislators, and there's many legislators in Atlantic County. We have them from the 2nd District, 8th District, there's quite a few of us. There's some here today, and I know they share the sentiments of everyone here in Atlantic County that gaming of any kind outside of Atlantic County will hurt us all.
in Atlantic County only. So I just want to put that on the record. Thank you.
Thank you, Freeholder. Freeholder Corson.
Chairman, first of all, let me just say Happy New Year to everybody in attendance, and thanks so much for coming. I certainly rise in support for this resolution, and that we certainly urge our colleagues to do the same. The fact of the matter is that over 80% of the residents of the state of New Jersey overwhelmingly voted against the referendum. And for the Assemblyman and others to continue to find some clandestine, some esoteric, some mundane, some Earth Senate stuff to continue to try to put gambling outside of Atlantic City, it is, as my colleague said, is a detriment to this area. We have already lost thousands of jobs to our residents here in Atlantic County, and anything outside of Atlantic City would not be good. And so that message must go to our governor-elect, and First Lady, we're glad to see you here, to our legislators, the Assembly and the Senate side, and we would hope that Senator-elect Brown, he was here, that will, and along with our Assembly people, carry the message loud and clear. We're not going to sit by quietly and allow them to continue to do these things in the dark. The fact of the matter is that if you read the articles, even the Senate President perhaps says that it will probably not see the light of day. And I hope that's right. And I'm paraphrasing now, that's probably not the correct word he said. But when we look around Atlantic City, in Atlantic County, we're the highest foreclosure in the country. 5 casinos closed. Again, thousands of people loses their jobs. And then the audacity of the Assemblyman to introduce a bill that will continue to hurt the people in South Jersey. So go Atlantic City continues to go the state of New Jersey. The state of New Jersey, and I don't have to spend a lot of time on it, the state of New Jersey has reaped the benefits of casino gambling out of Atlantic City on a number of projects in their various communities and counties. Now, saying that, we know Atlantic City is in a financial problem, and the last thing we need to do is to have casinos outside of Atlantic City. It is all of our responsibilities, no matter if you're Democrat, Republican, or Independent, we must continue to protect home rule. Because if we go to sleep at the switch, you rest assured they will try it again. And we would agree that North Jersey is the biggest voting bloc in the state of New Jersey. But even the folks in North Jersey voted the referendum down. Now, some would say that it was done because certain individuals were running for office and it sounded politically expedient to put it up, to try to get it in North Jersey. Well, it failed. Let's respect the wishes of the people of the state of New Jersey. This is bigger than Atlantic City. And the other reason, in closing, they didn't want it because they looked at Atlantic City and they looked at Atlantic County, and they are saying in their neighborhoods what they don't want. They don't want a rescue mission. They don't want the feeding kitchen. They don't want the derelicts on the streets. They don't want the troubles and the gangs and the drugs that come along with it. And so, in their wisdom, they voted it down. And it is our responsibility to hold every one of them accountable. And so we start at home with our assemblymen and our senators. And we just don't have one senator and 2 assemblymen. It's 8 and 4. Hold every last one of them accountable. Because they are there to represent the people of Atlantic County. And ladies and gentlemen, again, please do not go to sleep at the switch, because when you wake up, you'll mess around there and you'll find out you got what you didn't want. Because every time I wake up and I look at what's in the White House, I say they should have woke up. Thank you.
Freeholder. Freeholder Kerman.
I don't think I could say much more than Freeholder Bertino and Freeholder Corsi just said, but it is really important to respect the voters and, not find ways to subvert it. They are the voters, this is the way they voted, and it's very, very important to us in Atlantic City. Just as you said, it wasn't just Atlantic City to put it down, it was 80% throughout the state. There's a lot of people that can lose here. State licensed gaming businesses, the state and existing casinos, consumers, they all stand to lose, and we need to trust our voting system and go by it.
Thank you. Freeholder Days.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As Freeholder Corsi said, it's important we don't let our guard down. The other day, the press headline said that for the first time, I think it was 5 years, Atlantic City is looking at openings, not closings. So it would be the perfect time for people to get excited about the future. And then there is good reason to be excited. The Economic Alliance in the county is working to diversify the economy, but we can't let our guard down. Before the referendum on casino gaming, it was BLTs at racetracks. That was defeated. And this freeholder board of this county spoke up loudly, and the county unified in opposition to that. But they're not going to stop. And we need to make sure that we're out in front and on top of this issue. And as Freeholder Corsi and Freeholders Curran and Bertino said, we need to be united. Democrat, Republican, we're all residents of Atlantic County, and we're all affected by what happens. So make sure that we stay on top of this and stay unified.
Thank you. Any other comments? Just so we know what we're talking about here, the outside of the state competition for the past 9 years resulted in 50,000 jobs lost in this county. And finally, the casinos have gotten back on their feet while we're trying to diversify the economy. This bill would allow the worst kind of competition right within the state. So this resolution is necessary for us to stand united, and I think that everybody in the room will also agree with that. I'll take somebody from the public.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Creed Pogue, resident 169 Cumberland Avenue, Estelle Manor, with a just somewhat contrarian view in a way here. No offense to those that spoke. But over the last number of years, there's been items on the agenda for the Freeholder Board that are really the province of levels of government outside of Atlantic County. This is a bill that one person will determine whether it is heard in the state Senate. That's Senator Sweeney, the Senate President, who has said this bill will not see the light of day. So therefore, this issue, while the passion is there, and certainly if I thought there was any chance that this was going to happen, I'd be 1,000% with you that we need to jump up and down and complain. But considering the chances actually zilch, there are going to be far, far more important issues facing this county. For instance, to some extent, as my friend from the 1st District alluded to, the Congress and the President signed a tax bill that is going to limit state and local tax deductions, specifically to hurt states like, drumroll, New Jersey. Has there been a statement from this Freeholder Board on that? In the past, the composition of the board has been such that there's been able to be statements made against the previous administration, etc. And of course, everyone has their own political stuff going back and forth. I would just suggest, and there's no sponsor listed, at least in the packet that was online, so I don't know who to direct it to in that part.
Direct it to me.
Fine, sir.
Thank you.
I would just say that what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And we may find that with the change of composition, there may well be resolutions that come up that are going to make people feel uncomfortable from a different perspective. And I'm saying that from the audience rather than anyone else. And so while this is an important issue, and if it passes 9-0, that's fine, whatever. But let's just understand that we're really not doing anything major. But there are going to be, and there are, a number of major issues. We talked about foreclosures. Unfortunately, we know that for the sheriff's office, they have no real latitude over how they handle that. That is an issue that state law can change, and federal law can change. That can come as a suggestion from the Freeholder Board. the change of the state and local taxes, which will affect a number of people here in the county. Probably a disproportionate number of those, and as it turns out, will be those who supported the person who's currently in office, but that's a whole other issue, the way that works out. That can come from here. There's certainly a number of things where we can be bipartisan, but Mr. Chairman, I noticed that in the resolution it was stating the party affiliation of the sponsor as though that was some sort of official party position, and I know that in no way, shape, or form that it is.
First of all, it was voted on 60-12, so it certainly was bipartisan.
Absolutely.
But I would like to point out one thing. I was in the audience when Steve Sweeney said that over his dead body there would be a referendum on casino gaming. Guess what happened 6 months later?
And let's see how to say this while we're both in public. The
Things change.
the political
Listen,
calculus
I
changed.
respect your opinion. I get what you're trying to say, but we cannot control what goes on in Washington, but this board has been very effective stopping legislation that is detrimental to the residents of Atlantic County and putting nothing aside on issues that are going to come up that you say may be uncomfortable for us. We deal with uncomfortable issues all the time, and we're not. But this one, we never have a resolution of consequence at our reorg. But we thought it's so demonstrative and I'm taking Politico, I'm taking the Press of Atlantic City, I'm taking the Star Ledger, I have the editorials right here. It's unconscionable, they say. And they're hoping that the judges and the governor-elect will see it better than them if it ever gets that far. So all due respect to your opinion on if it's dead, it was over Steve Sweeney's dead body that we're going to get a referendum. We got one. Thank God the people spoke. But thank you for your
And we'll
comments.
see what's on the bill list.
All right, we'll see. All right, anyone else wish to speak? We'll call the roll.
Bennett?
Aye.
I'm sorry. Bennett?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes.
Marino? Who's gone? Kern? Risley?
Yes.
And Formica?
Yes.
He's on his way.
I wasn't even thinking about it today either. All right, that does bring us to the end of our printed agenda. I would first like to make announcements of dignitaries that are in the room, and please forgive me if I forget. I think this is the first time ever we have a First Lady designate, Tammy Murphy. Thank you for being here. Was in the room. I don't know if he's still here. Assemblyman-elect John Armato. County Sheriff Eric Scheffler. County Surrogate I saw James Churchill. Prosecutor Damon Tyner. Sheriff Frank Ballas, County Executive Dennis Levinson, Councilman William Shabazz, and I don't know who I forgot here. Oh, we got another page. I'm sorry. All right. We have Borough Member Folsom Borough Councilman Bennett Pagano. We have former Freeholder Will Pauls. We have Pleasantville Councilman William Christmas. And Councilwoman Judy Ward. Former Freeholder John Carmen. So I get this right, we have Casino Control Commissioner Alicia Cooper. And former Freeholder, yes. I think that's it. Okay. Well, I'd now like to open up the meeting to the public. Anyone in the public wish to speak? First Lady Desmond, you wish to speak? Please.
Thank you. It's an honor to join you all here today in May's Landing, and I wish you a happy new year to one and all. Today is more than just taking an oath of office. Today is about creating new partnerships to move this community and with it our entire state forward. As a point of personal privilege, I am proud to say that Freeholder Bennett and Fitzpatrick are joining a record 41 women from both parties serving on freeholder boards across the state. Congratulations. Building a stronger and fairer New Jersey means that we all must work together as elected officials and private citizens toward common goals, welcoming communities, better infrastructure, good schools, and an economy that works for everyone. The campaigning is now over. We work not just for the people of a particular party or for those who voted for us, but for all the people in every neighborhood across the state. This is about leadership. Leadership which is inclusive, honest, transparent, and optimistic. We have seen the result of too much division. Indeed, Freeholder, both in our state and nationally. Under leadership that believed in pointing fingers and talking only about what is wrong. It is time to reach across the table and realize that while we have our challenges, there is so much about New Jersey that is so very good. Phil and I spent a good amount of time here during the campaign, and I made a point to come here today because we believe that when Atlantic County succeeds, New Jersey succeeds. Together, we are turning the page and beginning a new chapter in our state's history right here. Thank you so much for inviting me to join you here today. To the office holders, I wish you good luck in your duties, and please know that the door to both the governor's office and First Lady's office will always be open. And to everyone here, I promise Phil will do his best to be a governor of whom you all can be very proud. We look forward to continuing to work with all of you. I wish you a great 2018. Thank you.
Would anyone else like to make any comments? Executive Levinson?
I want to wish everyone a very happy, prosperous, healthy, and pleasant new year. And First Lady-elect, we're honored to have your presence. I sat down with your husband for over an hour, and I will say, thoroughly delightful individual, and we're going to do everything that we can to make sure that he's successful. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you.
Good afternoon to everyone and a happy new year to all. As president of the City Council of Pleasantville, I bring congratulations to Freeholder Bennett and Freeholder Fitzpatrick. On another note, I'm privileged to watch a flower grow. We all know that we plant a seed and a flower grows and grows to a beautiful blossom. Fortunately, Freeholder Bennett's grandparents are my immediate neighbor over the fence, and I've been able to watch little Ashley grow to a I congratulate you, Ashley. Wish you all the well, and I know you have the strength and the power to do the job. Congratulations to all.
Thank you. Anyone else in the public wish to speak, please feel free
Yes.
to do so. Yes.
Good afternoon. Joyce Marlowe.
Today is a historical day for Atlantic County Democratic Committee and for Atlantic County. First, in the words of First Lady Michelle Obama, when women and girls rise, their communities and their countries rise with them. As women, we must stand up for ourselves. We must stand up for each other. We must stand up for justice for all. Karen and Ashley, we love you both. This is what democracy looks like. This is what God created, both male and female. To our First Lady, we welcome you here, and we know you both are going to do well in your tasks for the state of New Jersey. Happy New Year to you all.
Good afternoon. Barbara Rowe, Mulga Township Committeewoman and Vice
Barbara,
Chair.
I had you right here.
Yeah.
I apologize. I did not see you. Right.
It's okay. And I'm also the Vice Chair of the South Jersey Democratic Women's Forum. I'm speaking because I am extremely proud as a Democratic woman in Atlantic County to be able to say congratulations to Ashley Bennett and Karen Fitzpatrick. I am always, always pleased when women like you stand up and persist and rise up, because it proves what Eleanor Roosevelt once said, which was, a woman is like a tea bag. You can't tell how strong she is until you put her in hot water, and the waters have been hot. And I hope that you brew the steepest tea possible and represent the people, the voters who put you into office, because we know that you will represent our voters fairly and honestly and give voice to those who feel disenfranchised or not part of the process. And to the Freeholder Board, a wonderful new year in 2018. Please know that the women that you have here that joined you have remarkable, remarkable talents that they can lend in order to guide Atlantic County through this year and the lengths of their terms. Thank you.
Thank you. Any final comments? Freeholders, any comments?
Good afternoon. As a New Jersey State Martin Luther King Commission, in the month of January with Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday, this is what it looks like. And Ashley, I must say, I am so proud to see you sitting here today, because this was part of his dream. And to you, Karen, as well, to see you sitting side by side and working it out together. But I just want to say it makes me proud as a New Jersey State Martin Luther King Commission to see the diversity up here today. To even congratulate you, Ms. Karen, to be a vice president of the board. And it just warms my heart in this month to even see this picture with all of us joined together as one. And I wish everybody the best.
Thank you. Any Freeholder comments?
Chairman?
Freeholder, of course.
First of all, again, I want to congratulate my new colleagues and certainly a returning colleague. It has been an historic day, as they had indicated. I've been asking this question, when have you had 4 women on the Board of Freeholders at one time? Probably never. I would venture to say that this is the first time in the history of the board that we have a female vice chair. And I'd also venture to say it's probably the first time we had First Lady-elect to attend a swearing in the reorganization of the Freeholder. So we have a lot of firsts of everything. And I have the first opportunity to be short this year.
That'll be a first.
Only at the first meeting. But I want to congratulate you both. We certainly look forward to working with you. And that, again, we're a phone call away. It certainly pays to visit the office and to get the necessary information, I'll tell you like I tell everybody, and my good friend Kaleem Shabazz will tell you, you is only as good as you. You can do 99 things right, but the 100 thing the person will never forgive you for. We are mostly in public relation jobs. People want to return a phone call, and we shall never, as elected officials, forget why we are here. We are here to serve the public. When we get too hot-headed and too thinking that we're too important, that we can't talk to people or return phone calls, you lose sight. Remember, the Bible says, for what you've done to the least of these, you have done unto me. And so, ladies, I certainly say to you, you have a challenge in front of you. I can probably speak for all of my colleagues. We're here at the ready. Any questions, anything we may be able to do to assist you in this journey, we certainly look willing and able to do so. But do not be afraid to ask questions. Let me say, we all have one vote. Now, how they vote is a different story, but we have one vote. And what happens is that if you ask no questions, you get no answers. And so it is, if I may, Chairman, in closing, I want to say to you two ladies, we have probably one of the best county administrators in the state of New Jersey. I don't care when you call Jerry Ross, he's in here somewhere. He's hiding. No matter when you call him, he will get back to you whether you like the answer or not. I'm telling you, that is worth its weight in gold. Denny Levinson picked the right county administrator when he picked Jerry Ross. And people need to say, who's calling? Donald? No raise. But all seriousness, again, we want to commend you, congratulate you, and we thank you for not thinking it's robbery to come down to Atlantic County in 15 degrees weather to be a part of history in the making. God bless you, and God bless everybody. Thank you.
I just want to say that I think I can speak for Ashley. Ashley can speak for herself. But we are very honored to have been elected to this board. We look forward to working with the board. We know that these are very talented people, and we're very happy to join. I want to thank the First Lady-elect for coming to see our swearing in. It's very generous of you to make the trip. And to everyone who supported us, we are very grateful. We look forward to a prosperous new year here in Atlantic County and to help guide decisions that are made to better all of our citizens. Thank you.
Any other comments? Freeholder Bertino.
As we've all said, welcome to the board, welcome to Atlantic County. We're all here to help and support all of us. Everything we do in this county affects us across the board, no matter what district we're in, whether we serve at large, on the western side, the eastern side, we're all one. And you guys coming in here, your experience, I'm sure you're going to bring to the board is going to be a tremendous benefit to us. Your expertise in your areas and giving us some guidance on what representing your people have come to you about that are major concerns we want to hear. It's a team effort. We may disagree at times on how it's done. Usually it's on how we're paying for it, but you guys coming on board will know that as we get into the budgeting is a lot of what we do, and I know you hear that from your constituents, whether you're serving on local municipal government or at the county level. But congratulations to you. We look forward to working with everyone and making Atlantic County a better place for all of us to live. So thank you, guys.
I want to also congratulate Freeholder Fitzpatrick and Freeholder Bennett. We look forward to working with you, throughout the year, and moving forward. We do have a lot of work to do, but we very much look forward to having you on board with us. And I also want to thank everybody for being here today. As numerous people have already said, we want to hear from the people within the county. We want to hear your ideas. We want to hear your concerns. I mean, whatever it may be. It's very easy to get a hold of all of us. Most of us put our personal cell phones out there. We have emails right on the county, and we very much like to hear from everybody. No matter what it is. As you said, suggestions, etc. we're, on the Freeholder board, we're all, outside of what we do here during the meetings, we all are on special committees. And there's a lot of services that we have maintained, and I thank County Executive Denny Levinson and Jerry DeRosso and Bonnie and everybody, how hard and diligent they work to keep these services that, especially in today's economy in this county, they're so needed. And I've seen that firsthand in a number of the boards that I'm on, one of them being the Mental Health Advisory Board. There's so many people out there in need, and that's another thing we are going to commit ourselves to. We are going to continue to get the word out as to the services we have and make sure that people know what we have available to them, because believe me, there is quite a bit and many people aren't aware. So if you do find somebody in need, also reach out to us in that way and we will connect you in the right manner. But in closing, I just want to wish everybody all the health and happiness moving forward in 2018 and happy New Year.
Seeing no other comments?
Chairman, if I may, before you do that, I don't know if we missed, but I did see former Council President Rosalind Nora Nance in the room. I don't know if we recognize her.
I do recognize her. I didn't see her.
Okay.
Hey, Roz. All right, John Risley.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just first of all would like to say thank you to the voters for their continued support. I very much appreciate it. And as Freeholder Corsi said, we have a great administration. The administration's been asked to do more with less staff, and will be asked by to do more again with further less staff. It's a difficult situation we're in economically. We're going to tough it out. The two major projects that we have, I'm looking forward to the future of this county, with the Stockton Aviation Research and Technology Park, and of course the Gateway Project, which is Stockton and South Jersey Gas here in Atlantic City. There are two major projects that I believe will be the impetus to turn this area around. And as was also stated, we have, we talk about and discuss a lot of different issues. And one thing I've always done when I've looked at issues, I've always used as a model in my mind something called the rotary four-way test. Maybe you're familiar with it. It's a good way of looking at different issues. Number one would be, is it the truth? Is it truly the truth? Is it going to be fair to all concerned? Will it build better friendships and goodwill in the community? And lastly, will it be beneficial to all? So when we look at the different issues that come before us, let's look at those issues in that light. And I want to wish everyone a very healthy new year, because there's no substitute for good health. We can't buy it. We just have to pray for it. So with that, God bless you all. Thanks for coming out. Thank you.
Reverend Syverson, if you give us the benediction, we'll close the meeting.
It's been a real honor for me to be here today to listen to the comments and all that stuff. I've been involved with my church for almost 35 years, Beacon Church in Galloway. My wife, my first wife, before she passed away, she and I were involved with the planting of this church. And God's blessed us over the years. And He continues to bless the church, I believe, because of the unity that we have in our church. Some of you may have been involved with church ministries or even organizations where people don't get along, things don't go the way they're supposed to, and it's because there's not a spirit of unity. And my prayer for this group here, and even for our county, for our state, our governor, that there would be a spirit of unity in our state. I love Atlantic County, I love Galloway, and I've been blessed to live here since 1977, and it's just been a blessing to be able to pray for. I want to challenge you with that as well, to pray for our county, those that have been elected. Many of you, I just want to remind you again of this there's a big problem we have in our country, our state, our county, this opioid situation. We need to be praying for that we can get some answers for that. That's a major problem in our area. The other thing I mentioned with the home foreclosures, we pray for those families that lost their homes. We pray for people that lost their jobs. There's just a lot of things that we could put on a prayer list. But just an honor for me to be here today. I want to invite you to stand and we'll do the benediction. God in heaven, I thank you for this meeting this afternoon. I just want to pray once again for a spirit of unity on this Freeholder board in the county and the state. I want to pray for our new governor. I just pray that you'd help him to lead well. And I pray for the other elected officials in our state that you would bless each of them. God, we're just blessed to be in this great country where we have the freedom to meet and to make decisions like we can here. And just bless each of these people that have been called by you to be involved in this democratic process. Now to him who is able to keep you from falling and to present you before his glorious presence without fault and with great joy. The only God our Savior be glory, majesty, power, and authority through Jesus Christ our Lord, before all ages, now and forevermore. Amen. Amen. Thank you. Have a happy New Year.
I'll take a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. You have a good day. Thank you.